Okay, so last video to Talib Kweli, right? I would suggest don't say anything about the Clinton Foundation or anything about because they're getting a Trump bump. Did you notice that the media can they're too they're too unfuckable even if you know what I mean because Trump is gone and if they don't what I'm saying get ratings and people are not interested. I don't want to get into that, right? But they got a bump. They get a Trump bump basically, and they can't even be saved from. You know, they can't even be like we can't even get to them if we wanted to help them. They couldn't even, you know what I mean? Because we're not interested. It's like until they get another Trump bump, then they're not. We're not interested in watching the news. And nobody's watching. Okay, so anyways, I don't you know. Don't. That's gonna help them fuck with it more. If you make it about that compartmentalization. They'll run rat lines through your shit. That's why I think they're keen on maybe not because until the platform is developed or anything, they can't get into that stuff. But just give them some content. Just make a track with him. His name is Blue, BLU. I think there's a female in the band too. I don't own very many. I only own a couple of their NFTs, and I don't have any of them that have actual physical NFT content attached with it. There's a numerous amounts of ways that they can set that roll out a platform to make physical NFTs. They can just send you a hologram, right, and it plugs in a USB or something to the computer. If you want to sell, like if you want, like it's weird, like you could plug it in and it'll not sell it, but if you wanted to deploy it or something like that, and you can have it a separate thing on your desk, like a plaque or something. I seen that thing. I was like, what the hell? It had a UPC symbol on it. It had the public address and it was like lit up like a hologram or something. But it could just be like concert tickets, or it could be a key like to start your car. It could be a key to open a door. Or you could just use it for the encryption, so you can put like intellectual property on their art, whatever. We're gonna end up dealing with this shit anyways. Like it's gonna permeate everything. Like I'm telling you, like it is being deployed because people are people humans are very volatile. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. They're crazy. But so our markets have like it's different. Like we are attracted to the volatility in markets to make gains. Okay, then. But if you want a platform to run to do what it's supposed to do, you might have to deploy a non fungible token economy and a semi fungible token ecosystem for buoyancy, elasticity. For, yeah. Basically, they can use a text hash ID and a um, and a transaction ID or something like that, where it's like you can use any different increments of any different kinds of money on a ledger system, combine it into like a blend it up in a blender, make it into a milkshake, right? But then like imagine that it comes out of the straw, right, and back into each denomination of whatever currencies that was used to make it. And they even have portals to the blockchain that you can wrap shit around it and send it on an adventure. It sounds that funny, right? They're called different things, Avagachi, Colo blocks, kind of things. Like you are trying to increase the rarity of a avatar of an NFT or something like, and you send it out on the into the internet. Like, and it might die. It might come back. It'll have characteristic like attributes that are rare. Weird, right? I mean, right now it doesn't look like much. If you've seen the platform, you'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But it's the technology, and you got to see its application. It hasn't. When it gets its application, it'll disrupt. It'll disrupt. Might deperson money from humans, then total automation for things that are necessity that we need to run, even if people don't wake up in the morning to go to their job, dude. Even if they have to send services out to render upon somebody who didn't get out of bed. And because people would rather put trust in a decentralized autonomous organization or a decentralized autonomous corporation than they would want to trust me or you. And they would just be nice if they're just being nice if they tell you otherwise, or maybe they're trying to collect your data because they're play stupid and get more data from you. Fish you, send you phishing attack ads, malware, SIM swaps. Just take your shit. Apparently, they can get around two-factor authentication, right? If they get your Google ID, if they want to get your Google ID, they would be hanging around on the application with some kind of a hacking application, right? But then when you log in through Google, then they would try to build out a portfolio on you. At some point in time, you help them collect more exotic data about you to potentiate it to be used against you.